Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here with Randy Caballero. The current and reigning bantamweight champion takes on Lee Haskins this weekend at the Cotto versus Canelo fight here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Nevada. Randy, it's good to see you, man. I know it's a long time coming. You had that injury, you couldn't fight in your hometown, but now you're here on a huge stage. You know, a lot of exposure for you. What are your feelings coming into this weekend, coming into Saturday night?
I'm excited. Good to be back. Thank you for everybody that's waited for me to come back, and all the good prayers that everybody's putting in for me. I appreciate it, and I'm just excited to be back. You know, especially on a big card like this. You know, Miguel Cotto, you know, Canelo. It's going to be a great night of boxing. You know, people are not going to want to miss that fight, and as well as all the other fights on the card, especially mine, because I'm anxious to come back, hungry to come back, and ready to put on a great performance. A fight that, you know, a lot of people has never seen in me. You know, a whole different Randy Caballero that night.
I saw your opponent fight in Monaco about a year ago, and my first initial impression of him was like, what the heck? Because he leaves his hands down a lot and he's like moving around and everything like that. Is that kind of awkward for you as a fighter, like in terms of training and sparring to find a guy to mimic that?
You know what, it could get awkward, it could get hard, you know, fight someone like that, but we train perfect for him. Yeah. We brought guys that you know, mimic him. My little brother, which is 16 years old, you know, 132 pounder. He stood lefty for me, was working awkward with me. You know, other guys that we brought in have put in great work in sparring. I feel better than ever. I think that layoff really did my body really good and made that extra hunger to come back even stronger. And even though I'm the world champion, I can't take anybody for granted. But you know what? I'm ready to come strong and let the people know why I'm the IBF Bantamweight World Champion.
How do you see the fight playing out as it progresses ultimately to the 12th round?
You know what? I honestly do think I'm gonna break this guy down. Yeah. I'm not calling it a knockout. I'm not saying I'm gonna knock him out. I never predict something like that. But you know what? I'm really gonna I'm gonna break him down. I think, you know, the way I train, the way my body feels, this training camp has been the best training camp I've ever felt. My body just feels really amazing right now. And I think, you know, there's gonna bring a side of me. This fight's gonna bring a side of me that's no one ever seen before.
For you, I know it's a big stage. You know, Cotto Canelo, there's going to be a lot of people watching this fight, but is it kind of a thing where you still would have preferred to fight in your hometown? Given that, you know, it's your hometown, you would have defended your title for the first time in front of your hometown fans. Would you have preferred that instead?
No, most definitely. Anybody would love to fight in their hometown, knowing the fact that it's where all my fans are at. And you know, it's harder for them to come out here. But, you know, we have to do what's better for my career. You know, fighting on a big card like this, you know, hopefully HBO sees and press, and they can put me on a big card. You know, maybe I can headline it home one day. But, you know, my job is to stay focused, you know, take care of who's in front of me that night and perform at my best. Outside
of you and Lee, who are the guys that are on your radar in your division right now?
Anybody, it don't matter. I want them all. Yeah. Anybody in my weight class, like I said, after this fight, I'm ready to wipe out the 118 division and just keep going from there. My body feels good. We made, you know, 118.8 this morning. So my body feels good. I feel 100% ready to go, and I'm anxious to come back and just hopefully grab some other titles on my weight class.
You saying you weigh 118.8. So from this point up until the weigh-in, what do you eat? Like, are you able to eat normal, or you kind of cut it down?
I'm still eating really good right now. You know, I haven't cut, you know, we lowered down in the water just to make sure we were on weight, but I've been eating good. I've been eating 3 times a day, and like I said, training camp went amazing.
You don't ever get paranoid though, like, oh, I eat, and I'm gonna have to run in the morning to kind of get this off?
Not at all. If I gotta run, I gotta run.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for my whole life, but this whole training camp, I've been waking up early, going run, doing what I have to do, so it don't matter to me. I'll run on the day of the fight. Because come to it, trust me, it's going to be a whole different Randy Caballero tonight.
Main event, who you taking, Cotto or Canelo?
Great main event. Nobody's going to want to miss that fight. Action-packed card. You know, like I said, depending what Cotto shows up, it could be a hell of a fight. You know, Cotto's at that age where you just don't know what Cotto's going to show up. But I think he looks well prepared for this fight, ready. But I do think Canelo's going to take it just because he's young, hungry, and he wants to come back on top where he belongs. And just as you guys seen in his last couple fights, he looked impressive, and he's ready to come back on top.
It's kind of like the dynamic with you and your opponent. You're the younger guy. He's the older guy.
Definitely. So us young guys are going to wipe these guys out.
Randy, thank you so much, man. It's great catching up with you. Randy Caballero defending his title this weekend against Lee Haskins on this Cotto versus Canelo pay-per-view here at the Mandalay Bay.